So I felt that a window was open for a while, and it's not fair, if I turn away. So I went back to my little bench, laid down, and listened again to the teachings, which was about just showing my misdeeds. 30 minutes later, I tried it again. No, it was still going on. I went back, and it lasted 6 hours. But it's very interesting, Rick, that, and let me tell you another example last time with this transpersonal psychologist. And again, about the rules, what one has to follow with ayahuasca. If someone's intention is about healing or asking the plant teacher to show things, because the plant teacher doesn't give advice, we know, so no advice, and just showing things. That's absolutely fair. No one will get a difficult experience, or the chance is low. But if someone calls for an encounter, if the intention is to meet a spiritual entity, that can be very treacherous. I had this twice. Once I made a very greenhorn, New Age-ish wish, let the spirit world open for me, and I met with a horrible, terrible African evil spirit. And one of the participants of my transpersonal psychology sessions I was observing, her intention was to meet with death. She meant to meet ego death, but she did not verbalize it right. She really met all the symbolic figures of death. The Big Ripper was there. We have to pull her out from the sacrificial place. Usually, I explain to the participants that you make a commitment, you cannot leave the sacrificial place. Everything must be solved there, which means you don't use your cellular phone calling out, you don't go to the other participants, for help, only for the leader of the session. So we have to pull her out. And she was shivering. For an outside observer who doesn't know this sacrament, it seemed this is horrible, this is torture. But if you asked her after, despite all what we saw there, she told us how positive and how transforming it was for her. And altogether I supervised about 70 ayahuasca sessions, about 700 participants, and it's very interesting. Any unpleasant happens outside in the environment or inside of the participant mind, ayahuasca will turn it to be good. So finally the participant would report that essentially what he or she had as a disturbing experience outside or inside. For example, it happened there was an enormous rainstorm. I was afraid that the whole session will be fallen apart. No. Every participant could build that bad outside event and came out with a positive. And the same is true if you have a very bad experience inside, which eventually will turn and will be transformed something good.